Hello dear pupils, welcome to the House of Knowledge. During the webinar, you are free to ask any questions on the topic of the webinar, and I'll give you answers during this or the following webinar. You can send us your questions. I'm going to ask you some questions too. Before we start, check the sound, the picture. If everything is okay, we are ready to start. As you have watched our video lessons and asked us some questions, I prepared answers to some common questions on the topic. And the topic of our webinar is organic farming. Сегодня мы разберем наиболее часто задаваемые вопросы по теме сельское хозяйство. So what is organic farming and why should we choose it? Organic farming is an alternative agricultural system which originated early in the 20th century in reaction to rapidly changing farming practices. Certified organic agriculture accounts for 70 million hectares globally, with over half of that total in Australia. Organic farming continues to be developed by various organizations today. It is defined by the use of fertilizers of organic origin such as compost manure, green manure, and bone meal, and places emphasis on techniques such as crop rotation and companion planting, biological pest control, mixed cropping, and the fostering of insect predators are encouraged. Organic standards are designed to allow the use of naturally occurring substances while prohibiting or strictly limiting synthetic substances. For instance, natural occurring pesticides such as pyrethrin and rotenone are permitted, while synthetic fertilizers and pesticides are generally prohibited. Synthetic substances that are allowed include, for example, copper sulfate, elemental sulfur, and ivermectin, genetically modified organisms, nanomaterials, human sewage sludge, plant growth regulators, hormones, and antibiotic use in livestock husbandry are prohibited. Reasons for advocating of organic farming include advantages in sustainability, openness, self-sufficiency, autonomy, independence, health, food security, and food safety. Since 1990, the market of organic food and other products has grown rapidly, reaching 63 billion worldwide in 2012. This demand has driven a similar increase in organically managed farmland that grew from 2001 to 2011 at a compounding rate of 8.9% per annum. As of 2019, approximately 70 million hectares worldwide were farmed organically, representing approximately 1.4% of total world farmland. Remember the following words that are related to the topic. Tractors, тракторы, flame weeders, приборы, которые сжигают сорняки растений, crops, то, что выращивается фермером, maintain, сохранить в том же состоянии, richness, хорошее качество чего-либо, beneficial insects, такие насекомые, жуки, которые помогают фермерам избавиться от вредных насекомых жуков, fertilizers, удобрения, compost, натуральное удобрение, компост, peelings, кожура овощей, которые мы обычно выбрасываем, pesticides, insecticides, химикаты для уничтожения насекомых, жуков, spray, распылять, intensive farming, система, в которой фермеры пытаются производить как можно больше растений и животных подальше от своей земли, интенсивное земледелие, ecosystems, экосистема, machinery, различные машины, reduce, уменьшать, protect, беречь, защищать, manure, навоз, pest control, контроль за различными нежелательными насекомыми жуками, combat, бороться против чего-либо, rotating crops, перемещение культур в различные области для того, чтобы не использовать все питание из земли, nutrients, питательные вещества, которые помогают животным, растениям расти. Well, now I want to ask you one question. What What is your hobby? How do you spend your free time? Well, here we've got the list of activities that some teens do at free time. Watching TV, surfing the internet, going to the cinema or theater. It's rather rare today. Going out with friends, playing a music instrument, listening to favorite music, reading fiction or non-fiction books, newspapers and magazines, writing in their diary, walking in the park, going to cultural locations and events, for example, to different concerts or exhibitions, going shopping, cooking, studying something, for example, learning foreign languages, practicing various art and crafts, for example, drawing, sewing, painting, doing gardening, exercising and playing a sport, dancing, singing. Do you know that people call today's teens square-eyed generation? It's because most of teenagers are addicted to watching TV or surfing the internet non-stop. And how much television do you watch a day? Is it 1 hour, 2 hours or more? Well, what can you watch on TV? You can watch advertisement, game shows, викторины, soap operas, мыльные оперы, сериалы, government advertising, государственная реклама, programs with live sport coverage, трансляции спортивных событий в прямом эфире, thrillers, триллеры, children's programs, детские передачи, interviews with politicians, интервью с политиками, chat shows, talk show. Remember the words that can be useful talking about teenagers' life. So it's about your life. Anti-social, антиобщественный, couch potato, домосед лентяй, unfair, нечестно, несправедливо, unwind, расслабиться, отдохнуть, снять напряжение, can't beat, нет ничего лучше, blaring, рев музыки, громко играющий, catchy, запоминающийся о мелодии, sing alone, петь в одиночестве вместе. I can take it or leave it. Оно мне безразлично. Predictable, предсказуемый. I have to admit, я должна признать. Addict, человек, зависимый от чего-либо, фанатик, раб привычки. Incredible, невероятный. By the way, do you know how did people spend time in the past? Well, they didn't have as many entertainments as we have today. And one of the entertainments was theater. So, what can we do in theater? Of course, we can watch performance. In theaters, we can watch different performances such as musical, a music concert, an opera, a ballet. And let's look inside the theater and look at the interior and workers. The performance takes place on stage. So the word stage means scene. A curtain comes down at the end of performance. A curtain at занавес. Stalls are seats on the same level as the stage. Stalls, parterre. An usher shows you to your seat, билетер. You use opera glasses to see the stage better when your seat is far away. So opera glasses or glasses means бинокль. You walk down the aisles, проход между рядами, to find your seat. So aisle means проход между рядами. You can find cheaper seats on a balcony. Balcony, балкон. An orchestra plays music during the performance. I think the word orchestra is clear because it sounds the same in Russian too. And the following phrases are used and were used to invite or accept invitation or decline invitation to the theater. So inviting. I was wondering if you would like to. Oh, we are going to see on. Would you like to join us? Do you fancy coming along? If you are free on, would you like to go too? Accepting invitations. I'd love to. That would be lovely. That sounds like fun. Thanks. Yes. Okay. Good idea. And declining invitations. I can't. I have to work. That sounds nice, but I. And you can continue your idea. Actually, musicals, operas are not my kind of things, or not kind of, or not my cup of tea. My friends, I want to ask you to make up a dialogue to practice these phrases: invitation, accepting invitation, and declining invitations. In conclusion of our webinar, I'd like you to thank for your attention and remind that you can send us your questions. Goodbye.